Hey out there, legal warriors. There's one reason you probably haven't thought about why it may be important to hire a criminal attorney prior to you actually having a court date. And this reason is emotional, not legal. If you're interested in that area of the law, stay tuned. This is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm's been defending people charged with crimes all throughout Washington State for more than 25 years. By putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. More people get the help they need. Now I'm just going to jump right into it. Lance, what do you mean? What type of case would you hire an attorney prior to having a court date? So I'm not talking about, hey, you need an attorney if you're just a general person out there who's not been accused of a crime, but if you know something about Washington law, you know, for any felony charge, if you get arrested or investigated for a felony, there's usually going to be a long period of time until someone is actually charged with the crime. Also, non-felonies, that can apply to if it's a county officer, a sheriff, or a state trooper. There can be a delay in filing for months to years. But I want to talk about this mainly for the most serious types of charges. And we might be able to imagine what the serious charges are. They might be some type of SA or some type of CM, things I can't say here on this channel if I want this video to be able to be seen by anybody. And oftentimes someone gets investigated or arrested for this serious life-changing charge, but then they get released. And if you might remember, what happens if you're arrested for a serious charge, the prosecutor has to file a criminal charge within 3 court days if they want to maintain release conditions on you that happen during the first appearance. And most of the time, prosecutors don't rush file that charge in the 3 days. And remember, the case isn't over. Now it just goes to the prosecutor where they have years to decide what to do. And here's the mistake people make. People think, well, I'm not going to hire an attorney right now because I don't have a court date. Maybe it's over. Maybe it'll just go away. And hopefully, you know, in the small number of cases that actually does happen. But the problem that happens is you wait those years, you wait the 2 years, right? You wait however long it is, and then the charge shows up, right? Now you've got this very serious charge in this hypothetical, and now you're looking for attorneys to help you. And what do? You get to look for the highest rated attorney, right? The attorney that's been around the longest, that has the best reviews, that has the highest number of reviews. And you're like, oh, well, you know, we live in a consumer-based society. It's like ordering a pizza. If I order the pizza, they got to deliver it, right? You know, if they want my case, they want every case, right? Well, unfortunately, that's simply not correct, right? Those highest rated attorneys are going to be very busy and very selective about the cases they take. And what I want us to remember is that there is an emotional tax on really good attorneys for taking on your life, your problem, your outcome, your case, right? What makes the attorney really good, right? Not their legal skills, it's their human skills in getting outcomes. Legal's part of that, but it's caring about what happens to the client, lets them put in the energy and the effort and the dedication and the executive function, and makes them be willing to deal with all the stress to fight a terrible system on behalf of you, the client. And so when you don't have an attorney on board early, and you're asking that attorney to take on that serious case after it's already filed, the really good attorneys are going to say no more often than not because of the emotional tax. We're not invested in you at that point. You come to us with this case that might have 30 months in prison or 10 years in prison or 20 years in prison as a possible outcome, and you're like, hey, save me. And we've got all these other things that we're also dealing with, and we might look at that case, the best attorneys, and go, hey, it's too much. It's too much for me to take on as a human because I don't have any investment in that person on this very serious case. Now, what's the opposite that happens? Well, you hire that attorney after you get arrested, and now that attorney invests in you personally, and the whole team invests in you personally, and they get reports, and they know about your life, and they try to get you doing things. And now You're like a family member. We've already made that emotional investment in your case. And now when that case gets charged, right, now that emotional tax isn't there because now we're already committed, right? You're not asking us to commit at a time when the disaster has arrived. You're giving us a chance to avoid the disaster and walk into this so we're more able to help. Now, this isn't true for all attorneys, right? Especially the less busy, the less successful, the more mercenary type attorney out there who just sees the case, right, as a case. But that's not the type of attorney I would want. I don't want my attorney seeing my case as a case. I want my attorney seeing my case as me and my one life and my one future. And so that can be a reason why attorneys will turn down to serious cases because you're bringing it to them too late in the game, right? Too late in the game where the emotional tax is too much because the financial reward isn't enough. Usually that highly successful attorney, law firm, has got plenty of opportunities to keep their business running by people wanting to hire them. We're choosing cases that we want to take and that it's worth us suffering with the client and trying to fight the government. And so you can end up, in my opinion, in my experience from doing this for 25 years and just knowing how my own firm works, with having a better chance of getting that commitment from that firm that you might want to choose to help you if you're getting a hold of them right away and not a year later or 2 years later, or hopefully not once the case is already 3 or 4 months old and you've been in court, because now there's almost no chance we're going to take it because it's already messed up, right? When I say messed up, your current attorney maybe hasn't done anything wrong, but we don't know what they've said to the prosecutor. We don't know what they've done. We don't know what their approach is, right? The time is already short for us to deal with it. So, if you want to find the best attorney, look for them right away once you get accused or investigated. Not, I'm going to wait a few years, and you can wait, but you're likely going to end up not being able to get the pizza that you want, right? Because that's simply not how it works. So I hope you found that useful. If so, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. More people get the help they need. More importantly, got a criminal matter in Washington State, feel free to reach out to my firm. If we get on board, we'll listen to what happened, we'll identify a way forward, we'll be there for you. Thank you.